Menagerie. Ooh.
Counting on no one being here. God damn it. That's what I say so.
Hello. There's nothing tragic or extravagant about Josh Pyke, nothing aloof or dangerous or mysterious. Beautiful songs like the one you just heard seem to fall out of his unassuming head without a lot of fanfare. Forever Song has a few notable Josh Pykean characteristics. The many words set to a complex melody were deftly handled by our altos and contraltos. Lofty textures by our plucky sopranos, while the propelling syncopated guitar strum was played tonight by our bass and tenor section. Josh Pyke says, regardless of what his songs mean to him, if they make you think about things, then he's done his job. He has certainly given the choir a lot to think about. Hello everyone, and welcome to Menagerie Choir's Winter Warmer 2017. Although it may feel like Fringe was only a few short weeks ago, the choir have been steadily preparing a new show for you for several months now. We have a rather charming little selection of songs for you this evening, chosen based on the simple theme of songs our choir wants to sing. Our first one, Forever Song by Josh Pyke, was arranged by one of our bassers, Alex Hill, and is a little taste of Australian indie pop. The same goes for our next song, which was arranged by the legendary creator of Menagerie Choir, Claire Coleman.
Good evening. Throughout history, that elusive muse that we call love has inspired the work of countless poets, painters, and musicians. Heart's a Mess by Australian singer-songwriter Gotye is but one example of an artist wearing their heart on their sleeve. His words speak of heartbreak, desperation, and sorrow. But listen a little deeper to the haunting melody and the honest lyrics, and you'll discover there is immense beauty to be found in not only losing love, but in keeping your heart open to finding it again.
Okay, I would now like to welcome Sean Gorman and Mel Hall to the stage. Sean and Mel and Lewis, who opened our show for us tonight, are a trio from Fremantle band Salary. We've been lucky enough to work with them on a collaboration for this show with their song 40 in the Shade. I will let Sean introduce you to the piece.
Caper here. I've gone through a lot of capers. So this song is about my granddad, who's like a big, invincible bear, and I used to go hang out with him after he retired and he moved up to Liliputt. I used to go up there and help him in the garden, mainly like digging and installing like kilometres of reticulation that later on I would manage to hit with a spade and he'd get like really angry that we'd have to fix it. Anyway, so the song's for him. You ready? The G, yeah.
With sugar snap peas and broad beans, your blood's in my blood, and I believe in the Banksia and the Haiku, and I see. Oh, when it rains, rains real hard, but I won't leave. It's 40 in the shade, and I don't mind. Sharks are circling, and I don't. Your blood, it's in my blood, and I can feel it as I rise up with sweat. I can't help it. It's 40 in the shade, and I don't. Sharks circle, and I don't. Your blood, it's in my blood, not done mine. Shots a second, I don't mind.
I just want to say thanks so much for having us. It was really beautiful. So awesome arrangement. Give it up for Mel Hall and accordion over there as well. Yeah. Stick around.
Salary, Sean and Mel, thank you again for sharing that with us and with everyone. Yeah, that's amazing. The next song I have the pleasure of introducing on behalf of another Menagerista who can't be here tonight, who waited desperately 9 seasons to get this song in a repertoire, and she's absolutely chuffed on the other side of the world, unfortunately. This song is called Liliputt, and it's by, get this, Beth, Houghton and the Hooves of Destiny. Band name or what? And the astute listeners among you will definitely hear those hooves heading off towards destiny in this incredible arrangement as well, so keep an ear out. And these are the words of Miranda, who picked this song. I don't think it's entirely possible to accurately describe or explain the meaning of the song, mostly because it doesn't make much sense. The lyrics are pure romantic whimsy, but somehow it manages to avoid being twee, ending up as an unlikely mismatch of glam rock and English folk music, but it works. I first heard the album in 2012 in the record store in London where I worked, and upon hearing Beth Jeans was playing at a one-off show in Brighton the week after, I jumped on a train with my new co-worker Lucy, and we went for it. Couldn't find accommodation, so after the gig, we found ourselves on a terminating bus at Gatwick Airport at 5 a.m. Not the best end to the night. However, it was gloriously worth it, for the show itself and for the friendship that was forged. The band tragically broke up after releasing their first album, so she's sad that there's never going to be a follow-up. But then again, it's hard to recreate something so perfectly strange. So if you don't know this song, I do hope you enjoy the strangeness. And this arrangement is by our formidable zookeeper, Sal Banyard.
Okay, we are heading into our final song for the evening. So there's a few bits of housekeeping just before we get there. Firstly, we have one song left, and that's been arranged by one of our wonderful sopranos, Tiffany Ha. Please give her a huge round of applause. We would like to thank Sean and Mel and Louis from Salary, as well as Rosie and Elise who are Fields. How good were our warm-up acts this evening? We would like to thank the Rosemount for having us and Phineas in before another gig, and for our wonderful bar staff who have kept you plied with liquor that makes us sound good. So please give them a round of applause. There is a gig immediately following this one, so we do have to vacate pretty quickly. So please feel free to take your drinks with you and meet up with the choir afterwards and all that sort of stuff, but that will have to happen outside in the beer garden. So please be aware of that. There is a bit of audience participation coming up because it wouldn't be a Menagerie gig without it, so prepare yourselves for that. And mostly, thanks to all of you for making the time to be here this evening. It's greatly appreciated, and it's really fantastic performing to a sea of beautiful faces rather than an empty space. So thanks for being here, and please support us for the next one. And I'll now hand over to Ellie Podmore.
Hi. Ska. Originating in Jamaica in the 1950s, this musical style comprises Caribbean mento and calypso with American jazz, rhythm and blues. By the mid-1970s, the two-tone ska revival had begun in Britain and brought together some lads from Camden Town, London. These lads, by late 1979, became known as Madness. This celebratory song we are about to perform was a change in sound for Madness, with steel drums and gospel choir. The world has been a challenging place of late. So let's soar with love, laughter and pleasure, take the hand of another and sing from the rooftops with wings of a dove.
Wings of, wings of, wings of, wings of, wings of, wings of, wings of a dove, wings of, take a hand of a dove, and sing the wings of a dove. Whoa, whoa, wings of, the wings of a dove. Whoa, whoa, wings of, the wings of a dove. Sing for the wings of a dove. Sing for the wings of a dove. Look up at the rooftop when you're walking round. Don't take for a moment of looking down. Whoa, whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa, wings up, the wings of a dove. Whoa, whoa, the wings of a dove. Whoa, whoa, the wings of a dove. Hallelujah. Look up at the rooftop when you're walking round. Don't think for a moment of looking down. A room at the